Next, let's work on delete functionality. So if I move a cursor here, I click this button, the first item will be gone. Also, the total price will be updated accordingly. Before we go to VS Code, let me show you how this happens on PowerPoint. When a user clicks this cross, an event occurs in this child component. And once this child component, which is cart list item, detects this event, we need to delete this dragon lever from list. But here's the problem. There are two lists. The first list is in the parent component of this cart list item, which is cart list right here. The second list is in the parent component of this cart list shopping cart right here. They both have the exact same copy of this array. So where should this delete happen? Do we delete dragon lever from here or from here? Let's assume that we delete dragon lever from here. So this list has one less item. But what happened here? This parent list still has 5 items, and so is this. The result is, by deleting one item, so we no longer see this item in the list. But the cart total will not update because this list is still the same as the parent list. So these two lists have 5, and this one here has 4. That's not a good idea. In fact, when delete or update happens, we should always update the origin. Okay, in this case, the list in the shopping cart, okay, not the copy in the component. Okay, so let me clean this. So here is what we're going to do. When a user clicks this cross in the child component, cart list item, this component will emit this delete event to its parent, which is cart list. Once cart list receives this delete event, we're not going to delete this item from this prop list because this is the copy of the list in the parent. Instead, this cart list component will keep emitting delete event to its parent, which is shopping cart. Once shopping cart component receives this delete event, we're going to finally delete the first item from the list here. It's gone. So when this list has one less item, Vue will use its reactivity system to update this list and this list. So this list will have one less item, and that will make this cart list only show 4 instead of 5. And this list has one less item, that will make this total, this computed property, also update. So in summary, this child emits an event to its parent. Its parent emits this event, the same event, to its parent. And finally, shopping cart will delete from this list. And this list will also update back to the 2 props. So that's why those components can show the changes. Next, let's go to VS Code and implement this logic. First, we're going to work on this click event. So when user clicks, we should detect this event. So in cart list item component, the last div here is del, and this is the cross. We should really bind a function to it. So add click equal to delete. When this button gets clicked, we're going to pass the ID of the current item as argument to this function. So item.id. Next, we're going to define what happened in this delete function. In the same component, after template, we can define methods. And the name is delete. And here is the ID. Okay, so this item.id will be passed to this formal parameter. Now remember, we're not going to delete here. We're going to emit this delete event. And here is the syntax. This dot $emit. And there are two arguments. The first one is the name of this event. We can call this cart delete. Next, we're going to pass this ID with this event. That's all you need to do in this child component. Okay, next, let's move to the parent component of this cart list item, which is cart list. Scroll down, it's right here. How does the parent component detect this emit? We need to listen to this event in the parent, which is cart list. So what we're going to do here is, in the cart list item, right here, we're going to have a at. So let me copy the name of this event, cart delete, and paste it here. Okay. Now, as you can see, cart-delete is not a built-in HTML or JavaScript event. It is a custom event. Okay. We define this event in child, so the parent is going to listen to its child. This component will emit an event, and the parent is listening to it. So add cart delete. That means once this happens, we're going to call function. But here, I'm just lazy. I don't want to really call this function, because all this function is doing is to emit this delete again. What I'm going to do here is emit again. So emit is the same name, cart delete event. So this event represents the ID. Okay. So once cart list emits this to the parent, we need the parent shopping cart to listen to this cart delete event. So now we're done with third component. Let's go to the fifth one, which is the global component, shopping cart. Shopping cart should listen to cart list, because this cart list, this one here, this cart list, will emit a delete event. And the parent component should listen to that. The same thing here, add cart delete. So once this cart delete event occurs, we're going to call delete cart method. And this is the detail of the event. For now, we don't have this delete cart method in shopping cart, so we're going to define it here. Copy. So let me collapse this. So after here, methods, delete cart, function, and this is the ID. So this is the ID here. Now, so right now we're in here, shopping cart, okay? And this is the ID that emitted all the way from this cart list item. Okay. Now, once we got this ID, we're going to search this array and find this item with the same ID and delete it from this list. Okay, and here is how I do it. Let index equal to this dot list dot find index. Item arrow function. Return item dot ID equal ID. We can remove it from the list. This dot list dot splice index 1. All right. Okay. Then I'm going to right click, view in browser. Okay, F12. So there's no problem. I'm going to click the first one and pay attention to the total. It is gone. It's gone. Now it's 0.